Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today is going to be a little Friday finds video. We're going to be checking out pretty much all store finds basically. It's going to be a variety of things. We've got some Hot Wheels, Matchbox, M2, Greenlight, Jada, Siku even. So I mean, it's going to be a nice variety of all kinds of things basically. And yeah, we'll go ahead and check out what I was able to pick up basically. First and foremost, I did pick up a couple Hot Wheels main lines. I'm really trying to limit my intake on this, but there's a couple things that I just had to pick up that I stumbled upon at one of my local Walmarts. So basically, we're going to be looking at a couple things. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a stain here. There we go. Just get rid of that. It's kind of an eyesore. Yeah. So basically, I picked up a couple of little things from local Walmart. You know, dump-ins. So cards aren't in the best condition, but it's not too bad. A couple things that I'll be keeping on card, namely this little guy here. So the XC40 Recharge, and if you notice the rear wheel got a big QC issue. It's not a wheel error per se, but definitely quality control issue. Got way too much silver on that bead lock, and even a little piece of paint that fell off the wheel there that's stuck inside the packaging. So I found that was a cool little error. Decided to pick that up. Not a fan of lack of tampos in the front of this casting. I mean, it's cool livery, and it's really in line with Volvo's green direction that they're taking. This was also Volvo's first all-electric vehicle, so I thought it was worthwhile to pick it up. And the whole overland thing kind of looks cool on it. Although you don't want to go too far, because if you run out of battery, you're kind of SOL on this one, eh? So yeah, rear tampo works pretty good. It's good casting too. It's pretty good casting. It's got the mirrors. It's got a roof rack with some snowboards on there as well. So you know, a nice little truck. Can't wait for the Matchbox version to come out there. They're coming out with a regular XC40 in white, the non-recharge. Pretty easy to spot the difference between the two. If you look at the card art, you'll see the XC40 Recharge does not have a front grille, whereas the gas version actually does. So you know, it's gonna be fun to compare the two eventually. But yeah, wanted to pick this up specifically for this because it's not a cast that I was thinking of picking up anyways. So that's one. The little SUV I managed to pick up, the newest color wave of the Land Cruiser 80. You know, can't go wrong with a Toyota SUV with an old school livery. As usual, front tampos are really good. As usual, tampos on the back are absent, but you know, no big deal. I do have the first version of this loose, the gray one, and I did get rid of the tan one that came out afterwards with the mud tires. So happy to be able to add another one with regular wheels on there. That's going to stay on card. So I'm going to have one variation carded, one variation loose, and so far these are my two favorite variations of the cast. So last little Hot Wheels that we're going to crack open, actually, because the card is in definitely bad condition. The orange recolor of the 73 Civic Custom, the first gen Civic. As you can see, the card is badly bent on the top. I mean, you know, this is straight out of a dump-in of death, so it's to be expected, I guess, eh? So yeah, orange recolor, chrome wheels instead of dark gray. Same livery overall, same very good detailing on the front and on the back with Ryu's little logo there. So details where it matters. And I mean, for the rest, super easy to add, eh? I mean, it's already the side marker's already orange. You know, if we want to replicate what's on the card, I mean, we're going to be looking at the tiny little spot for the badge on the front wing, black and silver for the mirror, a little bit of silver for the door handle, and voila, all good to go. So yeah, this one we're going to crack open. We're going to do a comparo also. All right. And here it is loose. So yeah, I do notice there's also a matte black windscreen banner, which is pretty cool. Well, it's actually not. It's actually just textured into the glass portion of the cast. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool little detail. You got some racing bucket seats with the harnesses in there. It's a right-hand drive. It is part of the J Import series, so that's kind of normal. Yeah, and the dash details are actually pretty good from what I can see. Obviously, steering wheel, you know, let's not talk about it, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, great looking cast, and it looks great when you take it in comparison to the Matchbox version, which is all stock. This is the first release of the CVCC Civic, or is it CCVC, or no, CVCC? Yeah, and yeah, pretty cool. Even the wheels, you know, on the custom one seems like an upgraded version of the Matchbox one. So, oop, I want to kiss there, eh? There we go. Pretty cool. I do like this a lot. Definitely a nice little comparo. Both of them, as you can see, don't have side details, but they both have great tampos front and rear. So, I mean, I can't complain. It's a great addition to the loose collection. Surprisingly, on this one, Hot Wheels has the mirror, as opposed to the Matchbox one. The Matchbox one is actually a right-hand drive. Left-hand drive, sorry, as opposed to the right-hand drive Hot Wheels version. But yeah, overall, really, really great little duo there. So that's awesome. That is really awesome. Happy to add those to the collection. Did pick up a lone Matchbox mainline, and finally managed to stumble upon the elusive 2016 Sentra. It's kind of one of those castings, Matchbox releases, that you're wondering why, oh why did they actually make a model of this? It's nondescript. It's definitely a commuter car. It's definitely not the most sought after generation of Sentra. But hey, here it is. And I mean, it looks great. It's got all the details to make it as realistic as possible. Again, details where they count. And, you know, the 6 spokes work okay on this. They're, again, nondescript, but it's a nondescript car. So it works pretty well. Definitely happy to add this one, you know. I'm still a Nissan fan, be it a car that's going to be in the interest of most or in the interest of a few. I'm still going to pick them up, so. Let's see, next we're going to be checking out, actually. I'm going to check out the only larger scale piece that I bought. And this is actually a find from maybe a month ago. It's pretty plentiful on the shelves. There's nothing hard to find or anything like that. But I did really want to pick up the Fast X Chevy El Camino. So this is in the most recent Fast movie out of the franchise, and driven by John Cena. And yeah, in the movie there's a big cage apparatus all over the cabin box with a bunch of kind of weird propane bottle looking things that are projected at enemy cars in the back, kind of like land torpedoes, I guess. And happily this one is not equipped with this, because otherwise I would not have picked it up. Really great wheel setup on this. You got the bead locks on the rear, although they're not slicks. From what I can see, the tires, they're actually treaded with the smaller wheels in front. Kind of like the, I don't know, torque thrust looking wheels. A little bit, maybe more like Dimag, or I don't know. Either way, like a nice drag setup there. And what I found really cool about this one, very rare actually that we get these. On the 1/32nd scale models from Jada, normally you do not have mirrors, and this one does have the mirror. So that I found was pretty cool as well. And you know, it's a nice, it's definitely a nice ute. So happy to add this to the fast fleet, basically. I've got a few of these in 1/32nd scale, although I got rid of a couple. But I still retain a couple that I like. This one I don't have a 1/64th version of this specific model, El Camino, so that's good. You know, same thing for, like, example, the F-Bomb 2nd Gen Camaro. That one I'm definitely happy to have it. It's one of my favorite cars in the movie franchise, so that one's going to be a nice addition. It's going to look great side by side with that one. Next we're going to check out a lone Siku that I picked up a couple of stores actually did get quite a number of new Siku casts, some recolors, some well, new to us in Canada releases, but a lot of them were more like trucks, farming equipment, trams, trains, things like that, basically. But in the singles, there's one that actually caught my eye, and it would be this GR Supra, Mark V Supra. And yeah, cool thing about this one, it actually has a tow hook, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, why not? Hey, why not? As you can see, it's got an opening hood. And this one we're actually going to take out a package, because these, again, as I've shown previously in another video, all you have to do is basically bend one of these tabs, and you can slide out the backing of the card. Obviously, well, they put the price. Oh, yeah. If you're interested in pricing, these things are not cheap, as you can see. I mean, this is more than a Hot Wheels Premium in Canadian dollars. These used to be about $10. Obviously, inflation. And so these are not cheap, which means I definitely restrict myself to only models that really do interest me. But, you know, nondescript card. But it's cool that you can kind of like open them and then put them back in package. Little bubble there. And it doesn't take up a lot of room either. They're kind of bulky, but they don't take up a lot of room overall. So here's your BMW Supra. Yep, I said it. B58 under the hood. Nicely detailed. Well, detailed, I mean cast-wise or molding-wise, it's very well detailed. Here are your front details with the hood closed. See a nice flush gap there. It's not excessive. On the side, it's a little bit more visible, especially around the cowl area. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Sikus, they are toys first and foremost, right? So this is a closed window model. You've got some nice tampo work front and back. Got the GR logo, the Toyota Supra logo, as well as the Toyota emblem itself. Rear lights are very well done, and fronts are very well done too. And this is a left-hand drive. Yeah, overall, very nice little car. And these are about, again, 1/55th scale, give or take. So yeah, and they've got you've got your rubber tires there as well. So very cool. And as usual, you get all your specs as well, which is kind of cool. So 340 PS. 3-liter, of course, 250 kilometer top speed, 253 kilowatts of torque, 6-cylinder, and yeah, red line is a 6,500 RPM. So there you go. Pretty cool. So this is a new release, and glad to have it in the collection. God, I love that tow hook. Yeah. All right, let's put it back in the package just to show you how easy it is. So put the car back in the bubble. Take this, slide it back in. Yeah, it does take a little bit of finessing, but there we go. There we go. Yeah, it's really that price tag that keeps sticking there, but whatever, it's all good. And once that is back in place, just fold the tab again, and as new. Pretty cool. All right, now we're getting into some, let's see, yeah, I picked up a Greenlight set too. Greenlight set, I found that was pretty cool. Kind of saw it there, and I was like, yes, I kind of need that. I will need to find a cast to actually go with it, but I did pick up the hitch and tow Series 28 64 Dodge D100 in the Ram Chargers livery with the tandem car trailer. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you got the trailer here that does have the Ram Chargers as well, and some cool Krager style 8-dot wheels and chrome. And what I find really cool is the fact you got some cheater, it's almost like cheater slicks on the back of this one. And on the front, they did a half red, half white rim, kind of like homemade type of paint thing, which is kind of cool. And they do come with little ramps as well that you can attach to your trailer in the back. So I find that's pretty cool. The whole set was actually there, and there were some nice ones in this one. So as you can see, first one is the one that we just looked at. A T2 double cab pickup Volkswagen with a little cargo trailer. And this one is actually in Union 76 livery. The 83 K20 Scottsdale. In a really nice kind of gold beige and red two-tone paint. And the 2020 F-150 with the glass display trailer, which is kind of like a, you know, stock looking kind of nondescript, kind of dark burgundy red interior. So, and yeah, here's your little instructions to put in. Also the little stand for the trailer if you want the trailer to stand level, which is kind of cool. And you can adjust it. So that would be right there. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. This side of a Greenlight, M2 definitely has the best tow hitches for any type of 1/64th scale model. I love the fact that they are basically metal, not unbreakable, but you'd really have to want to break it on purpose to get this thing off. Only thing that I like a little bit better about other brands would be like example Maisto. Although they're horrible, their hitches, they're actually riveted. They're not riveted to the chassis or anything like that. They're actually just screwed in, so you can actually take them off the cast if you don't want them, which is cool. Not the case with this one, but at the end of the day, a tow hitch on an old pickup like this, definitely not something that is out of place. Plus, I mean, I didn't have a version of this casting in any way, shape, or form in the collection, so it's actually a new cast added here. And yeah, great details on this guy. So I'm gonna need to find either I don't know, Ram Charger, maybe the I almost did pick up the M2 hauler set but I mean, I found it was maybe a little bit overkill. I'm probably gonna try and find the drag strip Demon Ram Charger altered chassis, altered wheelbase. I think it's a Coronet, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if I can find that and at a decent price, and that'll make a nice set. If I do, I'll crack them open just so we can make a set out of them. So all right, so Ram Charger, and then we picked up a couple of M2s. I picked up a single as well as a auto lift. So the single I picked up was this really cool Econoline Slam van. I love this casting. This with the A100, it's probably, you know, outside of the JDM stuff, probably my favorite casts, honestly, from M2. This thing is beautiful. Love the livery. Very reminiscent of the Supervan 2 that came out in the late 80s, early 90s. But this is an Econoline as opposed to a Transit, basically. So, but yeah, very cool livery. The RS200 rally car presentation version also had this kind of paint scheme on it, so it's kind of cool. Like the wheels, you got the red line tires on here, kind of hard to see, but yeah, perfect stance. Love the livery, and yeah, besides the box, it's a little bit tattered on this corner. I mean, I got no complaints. There were two of these, and the other one seemed to be kind of like misinstalled on the base. So didn't take any chances in case the base would be warped or damaged or something like that, and went with the one that's flat on the base there, or on the little display. You know, I like the checker plate diamond pattern kind of thing there. So yeah, this is definitely one that I wanted, especially because of the livery. I might have to crack open one of these Econolines because I'm starting to get a nice variety of both the Dodge and the Ford. So speaking of Fords, yeah, as mentioned, pick up an auto lift as well. I do have a love for weathered cars, and I found that this set was really representative of what I like. Just trying to get the dust off here because definitely Yeah, all right. So we have this auto lift. Here's your card if ever you're curious. And we've got the before and after here of this really nice Torino Cobra. So the top obviously is the weathered barn find type of look. I would have liked the wheels to be dulled down a little bit. That would have looked probably better, but you know, at the end of the day, it's okay. And yeah, on the bottom we have the Cobra Jet drag version. Super Cobra Jet drag version, should I say, actually. This is a car I really love the body lines of. Pretty much what inspired the XB GT Falcon from Australia, which is one of the best looking cars of this era, if we're talking about muscle cars. So here are all your details. Do a slow pan on this so you get all the, look at that nice green, dark green color on the bottom there. Looks great. Love the fact that you have the chrome fender surrounds or wheel well surrounds on the bottom one, and they're absent on the top one, which is kind of a nice touch in my opinion. Oh, and I just noticed here, normally you would have the year, as you can see on top, 1970 little chrome license plate. It's actually missing on the bottom one. Wonder if it's maybe it's floating around somewhere in the packaging. I can't see it on the get-go, but probably warrant further investigation. Either way, very, very nice duo right there. Definitely like that. Definitely like that. So happy to pick that up. We will finish off today with new Hot Wheels box set that I picked up, and it would be this one right here. So Rally Legends, I mean, these are heavy hitters, eh? Definitely heavy hitters. And this is actually one that I will be cracking open eventually. In the sake of time and just to keep this, you know, as not too lengthy as possible, I won't open it today, but I'll reserve it for another episode. So basically, all in all, as you can see on the corner here, you have the MG Metro 6R4 with the big 6 in mid-engine position, all-wheel drive. You know, and it's got the Rothman's inspired livery going on there, so that's pretty cool. Then of course, well, you got the rally van with the trailer. Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to see the trailer, but there you go. That's pretty much the best I'm going to be able to do on that for you. But yeah, I mean, van's got all the cool sponsors there. I mean, there's a huge Hot Wheels logo, but I mean, all the rest, Bilstein, Brembo, Shell, you know, all that good stuff. It's all very cool. There's a bunch of other sponsors on the bottom there. Some of them don't seem to be real. Well, actually, most of them. But yeah, you got Revo, that's a real one. Oh, I'm gonna have to investigate further, but again, we'll check that out in more detail when we crack this bad boy open. Of course, you have the first edition of the premium Lancia Delta Integrale in a Martini inspired livery, so that's very cool. It's got the Lancia Racing on the hood instead of the Martini Racing, but you know, that's fine. And again, you know, coming back to that Ford, the Ford car, as you can see, there's the RS200, and it's got a very similar livery if you compare it to the van here. So it's kind of hard to compare the two there, but yeah. So Econoline, RS200, Econoline, and RS200. No, it's not exactly the same, obviously, but you know, it's pretty cool. I find that matches really well together, and yeah, that would pretty much be the overall haul. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these new additions. You know, very cool. It's gonna give me some things to crack open on a, you know, Free It Friday specific video. You know, we did free that Civic, but overall you know, we've got definitely more freeing of diecast that's going to be a very regular occurrence on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Of course, leave me your feedback in the comments. Hit that like if you enjoyed what you saw, actually. Sorry about that. And yeah, subscribe if you want to be advised of future videos that are uploaded every Friday. I want to take a moment also to thank you for stopping by. If it's your first visit, welcome. If it's a repeat visit, well, I appreciate your support. And on that, I will wish you a great weekend. Hopefully, you find everything you need on those pegs. All the best. All the best of luck in your hunts. And of course, as usual, stay safe on there. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.